Guys, we have it. So I know I have a Kena Bridge of Spirits kind of cult following on this channel, and I'm very, very happy about that, by the way. So we finally, we're getting, and people made this joke on Twitter, and I do find it quite hilarious. We are getting more information at the bottom of these, like, PlayStation ads, right, where it says, like, here's the footage we're using, and this game comes out this period of time, and this game is going to be released, like, this day. We're getting more information there than we're getting from Sony themselves, and it's actually quite hilarious. We found out basically that Horizon could have potentially been delayed. We found out that maybe God of War isn't coming out in 2021. We found out about Pragmata, about Stray, about Kena Bridge of Spirits, about Ratchet and Clank. We found out about all of these games, Gran Turismo, through these small little texts at the bottom of, like, an ad, which is it's absolutely hilarious. So to me, the biggest thing that honestly stands out, and this was a couple days old, I'm really sorry, as you can maybe tell, there was about 500 things that happened in, like, a 3-day period in terms of news, and maybe it's still happening because I'm recording this a few days before, and it will not stop. And so I'm trying to kind of pick up and kind of cover stuff that I missed out on, and I wasn't gonna miss out on Kena. So we basically got the the release window of Kena Bridge of Spirits, which is coming out in March. Now, we don't know the date, at least not yet. Now, I'm only recording this, I think, like 2 days before you guys are seeing it. We're still in early, mid-January, right? So I don't think we'll get the release date probably until the end of this month, maybe sometime early February. They'll probably give us, like, a month and a half to prepare ourselves, basically, for it. And we still, to be honest with you, we still need more stuff with this game. Like, I'm a diehard fan. You guys probably know that by now, and I've covered this game quite a bit. I want to cover this game a lot. But, like, we only have a trailer, and we have pictures, we have the developers talking about how certain systems and combat and haptic feedback and stuff like that, we know how some of that's going to work. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen really, there's gameplay in the trailer, but we haven't really seen, like, a gameplay segment, okay, for this game. So there is actually quite a bit they still have to show. And another thing is March is getting ridiculous. March, the month, is absolutely insane because we already had, which I actually forgot this game, Returnal. Don't sleep on Returnal. Don't be me. In fact, I can't even believe I forgot it when I was tweeting all the games coming out in March, which It Takes Two, which is the A Way Out, like, sequel kind of game, right? You have Mass Effect, potentially, the Legendary Edition, right? That was a leak. You have Balan Wonderland, which is a very different kind of game, but very, very interesting. Monster Hunter Rise. I mean, you can kind of keep going. Prince of Persia Remake was delayed to from January to March, so that's also coming out in March. So you have a packed month, but even just in PlayStation titles, you already have one. You already have an exclusive PS5 game in Returnal. So now you have Returnal and Kena. Now remember, Kena comes out on PS4, PS5, and on PC. It's a console exclusive. It's not even next-gen exclusive. It's console exclusive, so you get PS4, you get the free upgrade to PS5, and you also get it on PC. Or you don't get it for free on PC. You could buy it on PC separately, right? So that's the situation. That's exciting. I mean, we thought this game, in fact, they said this game was supposed to come out at launch. This was supposed to be like a November, December kind of game, and then it got pushed. Along with Ratchet and Clank, by the way, which people kind of just forget about. So, we have these games. They're coming. They're coming really, really soon. And it's very interesting how the gaming industry works because obviously this year and last year have been very different based off of all the things that have happened, right? We can't even say it's been remotely similar to other stuff, but the thing that does happen in the gaming industry is you don't really know a lot of games that are coming out until you get really close. And if you looked on Wikipedia or like Game Informer does a good like checklist of like all the games releasing every month, if you would have looked there 2 to 3 weeks ago, January, February, March, even April is completely dead, okay? But now, March, like, it's got, like, 500 games. Like, they just decided, let's put every single game that we've been working on out in March. So, it's funny how these things kind of get populated so quickly. I'm pumped. I want to see more. Again, that's something I'm very in love with the game. There's no hiding that. But at the same time, I'm going to buy it. Like, based off what we saw, I'm getting the game day one no matter what. But I do think it's probably good. And also, by the way, we don't know the price. I believe they said it's not going to be, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I saw an article at some point over the last month or so that they did say that it's not going to be a full price game. And you can maybe quote me on that. I could be wrong on that. But and that's different because Returnal is going to be a full price game, which I really think is and honestly, let's go down that rabbit hole just for a second there. That's going to kind of look pretty bad when you have Kena Bridge of Spirits releasing the same month. So let's even say like a week, 2, 3 weeks, separating that game and Returnal. you have that game come out, even if it's like $40, $50, and then you have Returnal come out and it's $70. That's quite a difference. And it's like, well, why is Returnal this when Kind of Bridge of Spirits is that? You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how much this game is. We don't know it yet. So that's another thing. You know, we need to see price. We need to know the actual date, the release date. Returnal, I believe, is March. Oh, God, it's like the 18th. It's somewhere around there. So, you know, if Kenna comes out, you know, I don't even know. Kind of would have to come out like the very first week of March to even kind of separate it. I don't know if you want these games to release like a week or so apart from each other. That kind of hurts each of them, right? Because, I don't know, like I would get both, but like would other people? Some people wouldn't get either. And then some people would maybe only get one or the other, not necessarily both. So, you know, thinking about it, I want it. I want it as soon as possible. I like the idea of March just because, like, oh, that's not that far away. But again, in reality, the games I listed, not all of them, but a lot of them I am getting. Like, I am getting Balan Wonderland. I'm getting Returnal. I'm getting It Takes Two to play with my wife. I'm getting a lot of these games. I hope to get Prince of Persia. So, like, I'm getting, if Mass Effect comes out, like, I'm getting that. So, like, that's already, what's that, 4 or 5 games? That's a lot. Firstly, that's a lot of money. And secondly, that's a lot of time taken up by these games. And then you have Kenna. So, you know, it's what happens every year. Normally the March, April-ish period is a little busy, and then obviously like October, November is like absolutely insane, right, where there's just like 1,000 games. We're no strangers to that happening, but it is going to kind of be interesting that they seemingly put the game around the exact same time Returnal comes out. So we'll have to see if anything happens there. And by the way, where in God's name is Ratchet and Clank? Where'd that game go? So we'll have to figure out when those games come out as well. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? What date do you think it's going to come out? Do you think it's going to have a problem kind of competing with Returnal, or maybe you think Returnal is going to have a problem competing with this game? Let me know. Again, as always, make sure you guys are subscribed, have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. And if you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, if you really, and I've covered Kenna on the second channel, by the way, it's called Podcast Now Plus. I'll leave a link for it in the description below if you guys want to check it out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.